Hey guys, and welcome to Minecraft Movie Reviews. We are doing the first thoughts on Big Hero 6. That's right, I went and saw it. And well, it is definitely a Marvel movie, and at the same time, not exactly a Marvel movie. I did really enjoy the movie. It was very fun. We're gonna find a place to build, by the way. So, the basic story, and I'm gonna try not to give too much away in this review, only because it really is a good movie and it's one that all of you should get a chance to see. Definitely. But the story is the main character, Hero, is basically a computer genius. Well, not exactly. Robotics genius. Computer robotics. Tit for tat here. Um, he starts out doing robot fights where, he acts like the innocent kid, like, oh golly, this is my first time doing this. I don't know what I'm doing. And you kind of see he's a pro at this kind of thing, and he's kind of wasting his life doing this. And his brother puts him on the right track by showing him his college and what they do there, at what they like to call the nerd college. It is really neat. It's a good way to introduce the characters. You get to see the development between Hero and his brother, who, if you've seen the trailers, you know, unfortunately passes away. And of course it is one of those, you're going to get really attached to a character. You know they're going to die. Because it's Marvel, and it's a hero movie, and darn it, we can't have happy heroes. That's just not allowed. But it is a really good movie, like I said. He tries to find out who killed his brother, and his brother actually created Betamax. And you kind of get to see how cool Betamax is, too. He's a little silly at first. And I actually really liked his voice. I thought it was cool. Now, I don't want to go too much into it other than the character design was really neat. The voicing was done really well. It's Disney, no big surprise, right? So as he's going and trying to find out who did this, you almost get to see a revenge story. And I'm not going to go too much into why I say that. I'm going to try to do a full spoiler. I might have another co-host with me when I do that, but that won't be for a few weeks. One of the good things about this movie, and one of the fun things, is when you see this movie, keep an eye out. There's a lot of really cool things you'll notice in the backgrounds of this movie. I saw Stitch, so you get to find Stitch. We're gonna play Find the Stitch in this movie. I saw a couple of old-timey anime characters, which was cool, and manga characters. It really is one of those movies where you can have fun, and darn it, Disney does this really well. Try to find out. Okay. Try to find the items and stuff in the movie. It's similar to how Wreck-It Ralph did it, but it's a little more subtle. And of course, the characters don't actually do anything in the movie. So, but you do get to see a lot of that kind of thing. I saw Domo in the movie too, which was a little surprising. I'm not going to name who else I saw. You guys get to play the name the characters. There is an after credit scene. Woo! I can talk today. So, if you're a Marvel fan, you should know this. Stay until the end. And I think you guys are going to get a really big laugh, and I do want to talk about that in my next review. As for the characterizations, Hero is the all-knowing little shit. Let's put it that way. He's the boy genius who thinks he can do anything type, which is interesting. It's actually really well done. And you kind of see how he kind of breaks out of the all-knowing and that he realizes he's wasting his life and everything. The villain was not who I expected it was. You kind of get the feeling you know who the villain is. And I was actually completely wrong, because before the movie I had seen a trailer for this, and I had called out who I thought was going to be the villain. And I was pleasantly wrong. Very pleasantly wrong. So I'm not going to say who the villain is. I'm going to say the other heroes each are very flawed, and that's a good thing. This is another one of these movies where they don't know what they're doing. And it kind of works for them, because it's one of those where they learn to be a team and all that. They don't hate each other. This isn't one of those movies where they hate each other and they must learn to get along and be friends. No, no, no. This is one of those movies where they're already friends. You know, they all lost somebody important. They were all friends with his brother. So they're looking to do vengeance. And I think that works really well. They want to catch the guy and they want to turn him in. I love that. I think that's a great idea. Betamax was, well, Betamax. He's not the most annoying character. That was the best part, was for once, like, the robot wasn't really overly annoying. He was kind of silly, but in a good way. There were parts that made you cringe, but again, it was a good kind of cringe, where you kind of knew it was coming. You couldn't really do anything, but it still kind of made you smile. Like I said, I really like this movie. I think you guys should all give it a shot. I do want to do a spoiler review. I want to know what you guys thought of it. I want you guys to give me your thoughts. And I will say the music for this movie was fantastic. The setting was interesting. It was kind of a mixture of San Francisco, I guess, if it had a very Tokyo splash to it. And it was kind of interesting. Like, they had the wind-powered machines up in the air, and that was really neat. I saw it in 3D. The 3D was really, really cool. Like, no joke. I like the 3D in this movie. I think that was excellently done. No! Go away, Mr. Skellington! But, yeah, I'd say see this in 3D. Unfortunately, we didn't have an IMAX showing here, which made me sad, because I really kind of wanted to see this in IMAX. The only problem I had with my theater was it was very, very quiet, so I actually have to see it again just to get a lot of the lines. So I could barely hear anything. But it's not the movie's fault, it's the theater I went to, AMC. If anyone from AMC is listening to this, you guys kind of did a lousy job there. I don't know what exactly happened, and I keep dying before I can build the review house. Other than that, I saw the trailers for Minions, which I'm going to definitely review. I thought that was funny. Penguins of Madagascar, and Tomorrowland, which looks really good. Hello, bunny. Pet the bunny. Other than that, I'd say go see Big Hero 6. It's definitely got the Sinner seal of approval, which is rare. And I'll see you guys next time when I do a full-on review of Big Hero 6, which will be in a few weeks when everyone's gotten a chance to see it. And again, what did you like about the movie? What did you hate about the movie? Go ahead and talk about it in the review, or in the comments down there. And if you like this, go ahead and hit that like button. Oh, I do want to complain about one thing. One major complaint before we end this. If you're gonna build super suits for everyone, and each one's gonna have a special power, give yourself a special power. You guys will get what I mean by that, when you see the movie. And I'm out, guys. Bye.